after this just makes it so much worse. Oh! Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Stardust Crusaders OVAs. Not just that, you guys, we are checking out the last one today, the last one of the 1993 series. I'm really excited to see how they're going to do this. And of course, as you know, as I've mentioned, but just to remind you, we are going to go back, well, we're going to go forward technically. We're going to watch the 7 episodes of the 2000 Stardust Crusaders OVAs that go back and tell the story of part 1 of Stardust Crusaders. So this isn't really the last of the OVAs by a long shot, but it is the last of this story. It is the wrap up of this story and the end of, I believe it's a different company doing, I don't think it's the same company doing the next 7. I'm pretty sure it's different, but don't quote me on that because I'm not positive about that. But yeah, so I'm very excited to see how they do this. I love the Jotaro fight. I think it's really one of the best final fights in all of JoJo's. Is it the best? I don't know. I think it might be my favorite. I think I'm going to go ahead and say that. I think it might be my favorite. For reasons I was telling you before, that like it just got me. I was so like, I was just up here the entire time. Of course, I really love all of the final fights. They're all so good. Like part 5 has such a good one. Part 4 had a good one. I mean, they're all pretty good. It's really hard to decide, but I love this one. Let's just put it that way, okay? And yeah, so last time we pretty much went beat for beat on the whole, like, the Kakyoin story. The biggest thing we did was we didn't have his flashback scene for his death, but I think they did a really good job otherwise. It really still felt like there's something about the way that they just used a total lack of, like, music or anything in this. It's just, like, it really drives home, like, certain scenes when they're supposed to be very dramatic or they did a good job with it. So yeah, so I was happy with it. Now we're getting into the fight. Now I remember this part being stretched out over like 3 episodes. Cause I remember I was doing 2 a week and I got to the point where like it was, and I just ended up doing like 3 or 4 in one day. Because I was just so excited and I couldn't wait to see how it was going to end. I'm like, there's no way. I think this was like maybe 3 episodes, like Jojo versus Dio. And to be fair, we have like we have almost a 40-minute episode. So like technically they just trimmed it down to like 2. But yeah, I remember being like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to be able to come back and just do like 1 episode and then go into like, no, I need to do them all. I don't even know where my head would have been. I'm so glad I did it the way I did it because like when I was reacting to the anime, because I don't even know where my head would have been. Like wrapping up with that. Oh, I just love the Jotaro Dio fight so much and wrapping up with that. And they're watching his body disintegrate in the sun and they're on their way home and he's got the picture and they get home and like, actually, I don't think they ever show them getting home, but they show like Holly being like, I can feel it. They're good. Like they're on their way. And then opening with, I don't think I emotionally would have been able to handle it. Although I can't remember how I did parts 1 and 2. Does anyone remember how I did parts 1 and 2? I think I just went into Joseph's first episode from like, I'm pretty sure I did. Because that would be an even number of episodes. Because it's like episode 9, episode 10 of technically season 1, but it's like part 1 and part 2. I remember just really being in shock because like the whole time I felt like Jonathan was going to come back, you know, and just like, you know, there's no way remember when do you remember when I thought Santana and the Pillar was Jonathan? Embarrassing. And then we open and we got Joseph and it's like, oh, it's his grandson and everything. And I'm like, oh, that's a big time jump to take for someone who they're like going to bring back to life. Guys, I remember getting comments like, he's not coming back. He was never coming back. I was so sure. Anyway, I'm glad I did Stardust Crusaders the way I did. Point of that rant was, I don't think I could have handled like all the emotions coming off Stardust Crusaders, and then we jump into very traumatizing episode. I think, personal opinion, this has nothing to do with Stardust Crusaders. After this, I'll wrap it up and we'll start watching. But my personal opinion, I think that Joseph and Josuke had the hardest, like, introductions. Like, for Joseph, you're coming off of the first, like, I didn't even realize. I thought they were all the same person. I thought that Josuke was, like, future Jonathan. And that Giorno was future Dio. I had no idea we were doing an anthology. Like, it literally took me so far by surprise. So you're coming off of that. You're coming off of Jonathan's death and everything with Joseph. Which, like, I know for me, I enjoy his first story so much more now. But, like, when I was first watching it, I remember being like, guys, is Jonathan really dead? Like, we're just gonna leave it this way? Because I was so sure. And, of course, you know why Josuke had the hardest one. Because they introduced him amidst ruining a beloved favorite. Although I forgave him, so he's not ruined for me. But I know for a lot of people like that, that was just it. Like, they're like, nah, I don't mess with Joseph anymore. So he'll always be my love. But yeah, I think they had the two like hardest, like, to win you over. And then, you know what's funny? I feel like Jojo had the easiest, because you're coming off of, like, oh my god, we actually, like, survived our part, and, like, I don't know, for me, like, oh, it was just, like, it was so, like, oh, Joseph lived, and he had a family, and it's so nice, and I was just, like, so full of love and everything, and then we get Jojo, and he's, like, calling his mom the B word and stuff. Jojo, you literally had the easiest path. How did you mess this up winning me? But he did. He won me over. By the end of the anime, I'm so gone on Jotaro. I'm just like, we went through so much with him. Just, I love him. Love him. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry about things that don't even have to do with what we're watching. I'm not going to do it. Oh, just so you know, I will put 2 disclaimers out there. One, I will be probably mentioning things from part 6 in this, because we do have a few similarities between things that happen here in part 6. So if I mention it, just be aware. I think most of you have seen it. The other thing is, I just went ahead and skipped over it's like 4 minutes. And it's such a cool opening, but I really, really, really want to get to the episode. Don't be mad. I have seen it 5 times now. I promise you, I have it, like, memorized by now. And I don't think, it's not like the show where, like, oh, they changed the theme on the last one. It's all the same. It's all the same. Don't worry. So, all right, guys, without further ado, because we've had a lot of ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right into the final episode of the 1993 Stardust Crusaders OVA? Let's do this. Okay, here we are at the end of the farewell, my friends. Oh, I think oh, that's interesting. They're actually speaking. There is a lot going on right now. That is true. So we have made it to the news by now. Oh! Oh, man. Oh, my God. This might be too loud. Oh. Good God. Oh. It never gets easier to watch that. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, here we go! Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Ooh. He put a lot into that Zaworldo, and I respect that. I love the, like, we're in a chamber sound effect. That is really cool. For what we lost with the actual sound effect, that is cool. Oh. He's gonna move just a little bit. Oh. Oh, he's moving a lot. Oh, I think he resumed time already because the sound is back. I just thought they were going for, like, here we go. I really thought they were just going for it, that he would just be able to move around in it real freely right away. Ha! Yeah. Oh, yes. I do love the, like, just the tiny little movement at first, and especially the way, like, they did that in part 6 and they mirrored it. It's because Star Platinum is... It's because you did. Moving in frozen time. Ooh. Oh, you got a little something there, Dio. You got a little... He's like, come get it. Yeah, it's not gonna hurt him that bad. Oh, here come the knives. They are. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's scary. That is a scary shot. Oh, with him just, like, disappearing. He's aware of it, but that's not at all. I wonder if we'll get Spirit Joseph saying goodbye. I don't think we will. He's wagging the little elf shoe. He's just kind of like, he's hanging out. Yeah. But that's not 5 seconds. He's still got a huge advantage. But you're working up to it. Here's the thing, though. If he was able to up his time, he should know that he just underestimated Jotaro. Here come the knives. Oh, the way he's just like rubbing it into. Oh, here he goes. Oh, suspended in midair. Very high up, too. The fact that they use the knives again, too. It's just, in part 6. I love the way everything sounds inside. It sounds like it's like in a chamber. Like even the air is like sucked out of, like even the air stops moving. Oh, he dodged a couple of them, but his book's gonna have to take the rest. Oh! That's a long drop. That is a long drop. Right in the, okay, how did the one in the head? Didn't he have like books inside his chest? But what about this? Cause you know why? Cause he's sad. Don't spoil anything. Oh, this kid's like, I'm out of here. And now he's gonna stop his heart. There's the books. He's so bulked up, you don't even notice when he's got a bunch of books in his. Yeah. He's pretty beat up at this point. Yeah. He's pretty beat up. Ow. Okay, a deal with the red eyes, though, is pretty boss. Can we agree? And this is where the heart stopping comes in. But that's not good enough for him. You know it's not going to be good enough for him. It's a good thing he learned how to do a little pulmonary massage, though, for later. That is, you know, it really doesn't get much more just legit than stopping your own heart. Yeah, it wouldn't even be funny. Oh, it would be a dumb way to die. It would. Listen to the way that they use silence in this. I think they just do a really good job of, like, it's such a good example of how less is more, you know? Like, you can create such an atmosphere by not using sound and then using it again. Satisfied? Go away. I can't wait for Polnareff. I hope Polnareff shows up in this one. Here comes Polnareff. Let's go. Oh! Oh my god, yes. Oh, with the Rambo bandit and everything. That's so amazing. I love that. All right, time to give that thing a good old massage. Yup. Ooh! Look at Star's hair, just like Star's got hair like cars in this. Like I'm loving it. Polnareff. Right, because in this, they knew about Abdul already, but they didn't know about Iggy. I'm just thinking about Polnareff, too. There are a lot of sad stories in this crew. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Oh, it's just pulling knives out of him. He's such a boss, Jotaro. He really is. Oh, well, that's what happens when you take a lot of damage. Actually feeling things. He messed you up pretty bad. And we're not done. We are not done. Look at him with the knives sticking out of him. Here's the thing, though. He's been moving them closer. Oh, this is freaky. No. Stop. And he's gonna hitch a ride onto the back of that. He doesn't care if he gets dragged. Oh! Oh my god, Jojo is such a boss! Oh! Oh! I remember thinking this part, I'm like, he's done. This is it. We're done. He's done for. Here's the thing, though. He's about to become Goth Dio. Oh! Yes! Oh! This is what he wanted. I can't watch Joseph being all dried up out of blood. I can't do it. Oh. Oh my god, somehow he looks even crazier in this. How does he look even... This is where he's... Oh, he's just... Oh, Joseph. At least he's not all dried up in this. Does he have a lipstick? You know, it's just, always with the dog. You're killing a dog, you're referencing a dog turd. He doesn't have the lipstick in this. No, okay. I was hoping we wouldn't draw. Oh god. I'm like, okay, at least I don't have to watch them all. I do. Listen to this music. don't. Yeah, and that's something you never want to do with Jotaro. Look at his, how does he look even crazier in this? That's so... I think we know that Jotaro can, yeah. At the very least, Star can move around pretty freely at this point. He's worked up quite a bit. I mean, that took Dio months. I mean, yeah, I didn't have full control over his body and everything, but still. Jotaro's just on another level. He's got that Joestar blood now. Oh, you know, keep laughing it up there, Dio. We all know how this ends. God. Oh, wait. Huh? Oh my God! Is he doing a boat and not the road roller, or did he do a boat too? Oh, are we not doing the road roller? I think we're not doing the, or maybe we are. I don't know. Oh, he needs to get real angry. He might have done the boat and the road roller, come to think of it. I can't remember. Ooh, he's coming for you now. He is coming for you. Oh, so we're about to crash into something. Yeah. I mean, this is like a superhero, supervillain level in terms of the destruction. Oh, I don't remember that part. I don't remember that. Do you remember that? At least that graphic. Does anyone remember that? Now he's real mad. You're about to get ordered so hard. Maybe we did do that, because I do vaguely remember this part. He killed innocent people. He killed his grandpa. Killed his friends. I mean, we're throwing all kinds of vehicles. We really are. This actor is doing a good job, though. He's definitely coming off as, like, pretty maniacal, I gotta say. Ooh. Oh! Oh, my lord. It just here feels like they're so evenly matched, you know? Yet, Jojo had it up his sleeve the whole time. Oh? Oh? Muda, you said? Oh, I don't doubt that. Not for the reasons you think, though. He's already like 10 steps ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You've worked him up so much now. His anger is at critical levels. Oh my God. Oh, is this the road roller? An oil tanker. Okay. You know what? It's still pretty good. It's not a road roller, but oh my God, deal with the red eyes though. I mean, it produces the same effect. I just love hearing him go road to roller. Whoa. Oh, it's over, all right. Could it be that we're a time stop within a time stop? He's gonna walk right on out of those flames. Laugh it up. It's gonna be the last thing you do. Welcome to the worldo. And he started his own. Oh, I gotta say though, that music and him just going, that's... Doesn't feel so good when you're the one getting so worldoed. And there you go. Oh, with the flames behind him and everything, though. No, I'll not show him any mercy. Nope. Only thing he really feels is just really, really mad. Yeah. Just keep going at you over and over and over. See, his way of thinking is so far ahead of what you estimated it to be, though. What is it with you and turds? What is it with you and turds, Dio? Aside from the fact that you are one. Is that so? Because you don't look very victorious right now. Ooh. He's like, I don't need to even have my eyes open in order to order you. And it looks like his hand is going to crack, and then it's actually Dio that explodes. Let's freaking go! Oh, and you're done. I love the way he gets like split in half too. Ooh! Oh, just exploding blood. Just a blood fountain. Big old... Wow, that's gross. You made him mad. Made him real mad. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well said. Well said. And now we have the epilogue where we get to heal up Joseph. This music is really pretty. Serge can't wait. Are we gonna skip over the prank? Are we? We didn't skip over the prank. Oh my lord. Oh, and that. They like dumped him in this one. Yeah. Oh. No. That's gonna stick with you forever, love. Oh. Yeah. Oh, he's It's over. Well, for now, it's over. But it is over with Dio. This is it. And I respect the heck out of the fact that we stuck to that. Here we go. We're going to say bye to Polnareff. This is music too. Listen to the music. We know he did too. Listen to them. Listen to like 80s, 90s music. I love it. Aww. Originally, Joseph said that, but I think there was a lot to love about this journey and getting to know each other. Even Jotaro's like, oh, just knowing everything that happens after this just makes it so much worse. Oh! He did too. He lived so long. Never did. Oh my God! Stop crying. You're gonna make me cry. Oh my God! Even Jotaro's crying. No. We can never forget. We can never forget. Just like knowing everything that's coming just makes it so much harder. It was sad to begin with, but it was like, oh, we made it, you know? And just knowing, oh God. Oh, Mama. Oh. She's okay. And somewhere Josuke woke up too. Somewhere in Morio. They're on their way back. They're on their way back. Yeah. They are. They're on their way home. There they are. Do they have the? I don't think they have the picture in this one. Oh, he's got his little Walkman. What do we listen to, love? Oh my God. Oh, that was good, you guys. Oh, he's got good taste in music. Okay, fun fact for you. In the part 2 anime, at the end, when he turns on his Walkman, it plays Roundabout, right? Or does it? Yeah. Okay, don't quote me on that. I'm gonna feel really stupid if that's wrong. But it starts playing like, no, I think it plays the theme. I might be confusing it with when they did Roundabout in part 6. But in the manga, he's listening to the Beatles. Just for anyone who's interested. But this is pretty funky, like, can you imagine, like, he's a grandpa and he's just listening to this funky music. He's so cool. Guys, that was so good. That was so, so, so good. I do have to admit, a lot of my favorite parts were taken out. But if the year is 1993, you are a JoJo fan, there is no anime in sight, and this is your adaptation, you're probably going to be pretty freaking thrilled with it. And there was so much good about it. There was so much to love about it. They really put a lot into it. It looked great. I love the way they did the sound, the effects. Everything that was different here still had like something cool about it. Like the World O not having the boom noise. But it's still like the fact that it sounded like we were in like a chamber, like even air had stopped. That's kind of cool. Like we had a trade-off, you know what I mean? We pretty much did beat for beat the entire fight, with the exception of there was not as much build-up at first, where, like, we have that first time he stops time on Jotaro, and we just see Jotaro move, like, a tiny little bit, and it's like, and the reason I love that is because part 6, spoiler ahead, we get the same thing in part 6 with Poochie, and it's, like, the exact mirrored effect, and it's just, I just think that's so good. So we didn't have as much build-up with him being able to stop time in this. But I think, like, aside from that, aside from, like, the maybe, like, first time or two, we didn't have the thing where, like, he's trying to test to see if he could really stop time, and it was just something else, you know? Like, we didn't have that. What else? And they changed the row roller. But everything else was pretty beat for beat, I gotta say, like, we pretty much, like, did the exact... So, and I feel like that ending is, like, that's what hooked me. I mean, I was hooked on JoJo's, don't misunderstand, but that's what got me from, like... I mean, there's parts of JoJo's I could recite to you now. Like, I could probably recite to you most of part 4. Like, it's in my blood now. And that ending, that fight is what got me there. So, like, the fact that we had that for however many decades before the actual anime even came out is pretty impressive. I really enjoyed it, guys. I enjoyed it a lot. Biggest complaints would probably be that they took out the prank. To be fair, though, it paints Joseph as, like, a much more stable person. And also just, I think it did, like, biggest complaint would be it suffered a little bit from that because they really, really have you going right up to the end that, like, Joseph is gone. Oh yeah, and we didn't get his little spirit part. We got no spirit parts in this. We didn't get the Abdelegi spirit part. We didn't have the Joseph spirit part where he's telling Jotaro, like, hey, and the reason I do like that, though, is because he's like, whatever you do, don't let your anger get the better of you. And I think it's kind of ironic that in the end, what actually did it was Jotaro just getting so angry that there was just no other option than to just decimate Dio. So I do like that better from the original. I mean, overall, I'm always going to prefer the anime because the anime has so many advantages of, like, having so many more episodes, having, you know. But I think this was really, really good. And honestly, it did, like, 9 out of 10 things perfectly. Which, when you consider that, like, this was around, although it was, I think it was in terms of the distribution, I don't know if it was, like, around very much until, like, more recent years. But, like, the fact that JoJo fans had this to keep them, you know, somewhat satisfied up until 2012, which was, what, 25 years? 25 years after the manga. Think of all the anime right now that are going alongside the manga. You know? Like, that's how new they are. That's how quickly they got adapted. And JoJo fans waited 25 years. I didn't have to wait at all because I'm a spoiled brat and I get to watch all of this. Of course, now I'm paying for it with Steel Ball Run. I'm paying for it with part 7 of having to wait it out with you guys. Although a lot of you have been waiting a lot longer, so whatever. I respect your struggle. I really do. But now I am also on the struggle bus with you waiting for part 7. So, anyway, just overall thoughts. I think they did a phenomenal job. Like I said, I think just like the design, the visuals, the effects, the detail. I mean, arguably, this is a little bit more detailed even than the anime, just because they could afford to, you know, one thing is when you don't have as many episodes, you can put exact detail and shading on every single aspect of everyone's face, every frame, you know, or like, maybe not quite to that extent, but you do have a lot more, budget to play with compared to what you need to produce. So yeah. I am bummed that they took out the prank, because right up until that point, you really, really think that Joseph is gone. And that is such a great way to show that, like, Jotaro's using the restarting heart and everything. And just the whole prank is so ridiculous. And it just, I don't know. That was probably the biggest downer of the entire thing for me. But like I said, overall, I mean, you essentially got everything we had in the 2010s with that. And fans had that so much earlier. So I think that's really, really cool that, like, at least they had something really, really awesome to, like, hold on to. But overall, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. I mean, we hit pretty much all the main beats of, like, the Jotaro Dio fight. The ending was so good. The ending for me in this, like, it's pretty much about the same as the anime. You know, the difference is you don't have Polnareff saying it was pretty fun. You have Joseph saying that, and then we get Jotaro looking at the picture, which is actually a really wonderful moment, and I love that. And I cried during it the first time, I remember. And I just cried during it again if I saw it again. For me, watching the three of them say goodbye at the airport hits me so much harder now, because spoilers for future parts. If you have not seen parts 4, 5, and 6, skip ahead. Knowing, like, especially what happens to Polnareff. The fact that they parted ways there and he was like, if you ever need, you know what I mean? Like, and we know he showed up for Jotaro, and we know what happened to him, and we know what ends up happening. And yeah, technically he's not gone, but, like, he's gotten dead. Like, he's the ghost that lives inside a turtle. And I know he's still helping and changing the world that way, but it's sad to think of all he went through and all those years that he spent being hurt and injured and alone, and just wasn't like the Polnareff that we knew, because he'd been through so much. It's devastating. The fact that, like, he never saw, to our knowledge, of course there's a lot of fan art where we get to actually have this, but he never saw Joseph again. He saw Jotaro again, but then disappeared, and I'm sure was presumed dead by Jotaro. And then we have, like, and yeah, this didn't stick, but, like, to think that I've seen a lot of things about, okay, big spoilers ahead. I've already said that because I've already said a lot about future parts. But there's a lot of really interesting stuff out there about how, like, there's, like, this tragedy of the Stardust Crusaders, and how Joseph was kind of, like, really the only one left in the end. But that's not exactly true, because we did get with part 6. Like, we did, it was all good. But for that brief moment in time where Maiden Heaven was doing its thing, and we hadn't put everything right yet, yeah, that's really sad to think about. But yeah, guys, getting back to the actual OVA, I'm sorry, it's just like, how often do I get to come on here and just rant about, I really just need my own podcast. I need my own JoJo podcast where I just go on and on and on about picking apart every little thing. In fact, speaking of which, I am really quickly going to look something up. So, just to clear this up, it's Get Back by the Beatles that Joseph is listening to in the manga at the end of part 2. Because I feel like he was listening, at first I said Roundabout, but I think he was actually listening to the Battle Tennessee theme. Yeah, no. But I think I confused it with them playing Roundabout at the end of part 6. Any final thoughts on the OVA? Just overall, I think they did an amazing job. I'm not sure why exactly probably just for time, you know? I mean, there's a reason why they stretched that out to 3 episodes or 4 episodes or whatever it was in the anime. And here we got like 30-something minutes. So, you know, the things that had to be cut out, I understand. But I mean, overall, like, I feel like saying like, oh, they cut out this that I like, and I feel like that's extremely nitpicky of me to say as well, because I just, like, the level that adaptations were at during this time period, you would be lucky if you got anything close to any kind of accuracy. Like, they just did their own thing with, like, very little regard, usually, to the source material. Or at least in a lot of cases they did that, you know, in 90s anime. And probably OVAs, too. I don't know. I haven't seen that many 90s OVAs, but... So yeah, so I feel like just overall, I think they did a ton of justice. And most of the things they changed were like very positive changes. It looked and sounded so good. I think the voice actors, it's that last fight where it's just like the two voice actors that would stand out the most. Very, very hard for those of us who are, you know, have obviously watched the JoJo's anime first, because those are just such iconic voices. I gotta tell you, I think Jotaro, the tone and the, like, just what his voice sounded like, very, very comparable for me to the voice actor who plays him in the show. That didn't throw me. What threw me was when he said "ora." When we did the "ora," it was much higher picked, and it wasn't like "ora." Like, it didn't sound like our "ora." Dio sounded way different, but I thought the voice actor did a good job with the role. Like, I mean, it's kind of unfair too to like compare them to people that were not even, like, this came first. So, like, what do they have to go off of? Like, technically, they were the first ones, as far as I know, to voice any of these roles. So yeah. So, that's my rant. But I really enjoyed it. I'm glad we got to check it out. You know, again, this is the first that any JoJo fan got back in the day. So, it was really nice to see, like, okay, what were they working with for however many decades, you know, if you've been a JoJo fan that long. A lot of you weren't even born, so so don't worry about it. You were born at just the right time. You got the 2012 anime, and it's all good. But yeah, so I liked it. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, now we're going to see, okay, another company comes in and does the 2000 version, you know, so 7 years later. A lot of changes, I feel like, in technology and everything, production quality during that time. But they're trying to mimic the style of this. So that should be I have no idea if it's any of the same voice actors. I would say probably not. If it's a different company. And the time difference and everything. But I guess we'll find out next week. So, all right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. I had a lot of fun with this. And I hope you did too. So, yeah, I hope you'll tune in next week we're going back to the beginning of Stardust Crusaders. And that should be pretty wild. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time. And we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.